Good morning, Collective and Soul Tribe. Happy Thursday, all right? Today is February 26th. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. Now, just an FYI, I live in Canada, okay? I know not everybody, does this, but I live in Canada, so when I do my readings for today, it doesn't matter when you see the video, it can still resonate. So it doesn't matter if it's Tuesday, doesn't matter if it's Thursday, doesn't matter if it's Friday. Okay, the message can still resonate. Okay, so just an FYI, because I feel like I've done this like more than once. Just an FYI, I live in Canada. It is standard Eastern time. So if you see the video on a Friday night, it's still gonna resonate with you. Okay, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just keeping it real with you because messages are timeless. Okay. Right now it's 9:19 a.m. So like I said, it is Thursday in Canada. I'm posting this video today in Canada. So if it is Thursday where you are, cool, okay? That means it may resonate with you. And if it's not Thursday today and you live in a different country and for some reason I'm just a day behind because, you live into a different time zone, it's still gonna be cool, all right? So now that we got that out the way, okay, welcome to my channel for those who are new. For those who have been on my channel before, welcome back, okay. Today's Baby Thursday. Okay, well, not Baby Thursday, Baby Friday. Okay, so it is Baby Friday today. Tomorrow is Friday fully. So again, for some of you guys, it's almost the end of the week. We're almost there. So let's see what you guys need to know for today. Today's Thursday. Today is actually the day of Metatron. Okay, because Metatron, deals with Thursday. So anybody who's born on a Thursday, this could resonate, or just dealing with Metatron in general could be very significant. But even when it comes to like Thor's day, today is Thor's day, like actually Thor, right? Meaning Thursday. So there's something about today that could be very significant. So let's jump into it and see what you guys might need to know. Like I said, the message can still resonate with you. Doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter the day. Okay, it's whenever you see it. And another thing too is, even if you're seeing the video like a day before, there's something about seeing the messages the day before as clarity. So if you're somebody who's seeing the message the day before, that is actually your chance to sit down within yourself and seek clarity within the moment. Okay, and to confirm whether this resonates, whether it doesn't resonate, whatever the case is, right? Or even if you're seeing it the next day, there's something about it may not resonate with you now, but it can still resonate with you like a week later, a month later, etc. So let's jump into it and see what you guys might need to know. And also, please keep in mind that messages are timeless. So it really doesn't matter, when you see these videos, just an FYI, okay? So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What do they need to know at this time, please and thank you, Spirit? What clarity do they need to know today for February 26th? Whoops. Well, that didn't shuffle the way that I thought. What do they need to know for February 26th? You can tell my cards are going through it because I use them like every single day. Like this one is just, it's dying. Oh well. That just means I need to buy a new deck, probably, but let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for February 26th? Okay. So this first card, the Knight of Wands, right? This talks about, for some of you that are in this energetic space, this is about you pursuing your passions with confidence, right? This is about being courageous, being energetic, okay, charming maybe. All right, some of you may use your charm, to get you through, but there is something about your energy that's free-spirited. Now, you may show up as somebody who is very hot-tempered, but again, it's fire energy, so even if you are hot-tempered or have a hot temper, that might be something that doesn't really show up in your energy, but people just assume because you are a fire sign, that means that, you're constantly going to be a firecracker. Okay, so that might not even be the case. Okay, you just show up that way because there's something about the energy of not tolerating disrespect or tolerating things that basically don't match your energy, okay? And let's be realistic, fire energy is very, very abundant in a sense of it doesn't matter what you're going through, you're still going to find the joy in life. Even if you guys are going through your obstacles or challenges mentally, physically, whatever the case is, you're still going to find the silver lining in life, right? So Knight of Wands energy is very significant. Maybe you guys have Knight of Wands energy, or, you know, you're stepping into this free-spirited energy when it comes to taking action, when it comes to seeking new adventures. For some of you, this is about basically doing things that, bring you joy, bring you passion in a sense. But not only that, you're not afraid to, make risk or take risks when it comes to you achieving your goals. So this could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, maybe North Node, okay? Maybe North Node, maybe Chiron as well, because there's something about healing this kind of energy as well. So, take what resonates with that. That could be confirmation for some of you guys as well. But yeah, when it comes to this energy with 1212, there's something about harmony through growth, or there's something about, you balancing out opposites. So this could be growth through compassion or learning to have patience as well, okay? Integrating both your divine feminine and masculine energy could be very significant. But we also have here, Ace of Cups. This is about new feelings, emotional awakening. So this could be about your creativity, stepping into new adventures, okay? This is about financial opportunities as well for some of you. You may have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your chart as well. So there is something about maybe having like fire and water placements in your chart at this time that resonate with this the most. One talks about, yourself. This talks about personal life. This is about individuality, new beginnings. For some of you, this is about how you approach life and also how you view the world. So you could be opening up your heart when it comes to love, but then at the same time, you could be also opening up your heart when it comes to you being able to be open for new beginnings in love, in emotions, and experiencing a wave of love as well when it comes to positivity, right? So for some of you guys, you may show up very positive, or you may try to show up as positive as possible, because again, nobody's perfect. Shoot, I'm not perfect, right? But what energy would it be if I always showed up to you guys in a negative energy? You guys get what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't make sense for me to show up then, because if I'm going to be negative, why would I show up? That means I'm tainting your guys' energy with negativity then, if I'm always constantly showing up in this low vibrational energy, right? As an example, right? So that could be you. You could be somebody that it doesn't matter if it's your 9 to 5, it doesn't matter if you're home, it doesn't matter where you are, you're always going to show up, when it comes to your emotions, right? Excuse me. So yeah, take what resonates with that. This is about what you feel when it comes with the number 1. For some of you guys are stepping into leadership. So this is about you getting financial success, or for some of you guys having a vision when it comes to being a leader, okay? There's something about seeing the bigger picture when it comes to taking control, right? Doing also daring decisions, boldness, right? So there's something about leadership and vision when it comes to you. It says you are confident and also charismatic and also capable, right, of inspiring others to follow your lead. So there is something about having leadership energy or being a leader. Now, you could be somebody who changes the foundation when it comes to redefining stability, or also when it comes to building truthful foundations, right? This is about adaptable growth and conscious change. So for some of you guys, when it comes to leadership, there may be burdens, there may be responsibilities, and, some days you might feel stressed, some days you may feel burnt out, okay? But know that you guys are releasing whatever burdens and finding freedom, right? Now, for some of you guys that are moving into your own leadership, there is something about releasing burdens with the number 1010. Now, for some of you guys, when it comes to completion, the burdens could also be that you are releasing and letting go of being overwhelmed by the weight of your responsibilities, right? So there is something about delegating or asking for help, okay, when it comes to your situation. Now, maybe in the past, for some of you guys could have asked for help. Okay, maybe in the past some of you guys could have say you did ask for help, but people didn't really help you the way, you know, you would expect them to help you. Because let's be real, if you have fire and water placements, there's something about the energy that you could go out your way to help other people, but then when it comes to you, you may feel like other people do not go out their way to help you, right? And so, because of this energy of feeling love burdens, you know, you release other people's responsibilities. You release other people's burdens in the sense of, if it has nothing to do with you, you don't really care. And it sounds mean, but it's true. It's like, if it has nothing to do with you, you do not care, unless it has something to do with like humanitarian, you know, light worker type of energy, healer, even just caregiving, like just being somebody who is there for people who actually necessarily need it. There's something about you releasing burdens and problems of other people and actually focusing on people who actually need help, whether this is like spiritually or not. Okay, yeah, giving back, six of Pentacles, right? So there's something about giving and receiving. There's something about support. There's something about sharing, right? With the number 6, Moon in Taurus, some of you, your 6th house could be about your health, okay? Changing how you look at wellness, fitness, your daily routines, things of that matter, right? So for some of you guys, when it comes to your work habits and service to other people, you are grateful. Okay, you are grateful for the abundance in your life. You are grateful for, you know, the generosity that you may receive when it comes to either you giving generosity to other people or receiving that, right? Even when it comes to community, you do show up as somebody who, you know, supports community or supports, you know, the betterment of community. So take what resonates with that. King of Swords energy as well. This is about authority, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, something about either you have a lot of intelligence when it comes to the way that your mind works. So even if you don't have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, there's something about you building financial stability. You have a lot of intellect and a lot of authority, okay? There's something about making a decisions with your logic and reasoning, okay? So there's something about receiving justice for what it is that you guys are doing, or if this is a past situation where your integrity, okay? Remember, we talked about integrity. If your integrity with 1221 on the timer I just saw, something to do with your morals, your integrity, if you left behind something where you felt like you were giving up everything, and this may sound like it's funny, like, I mean, it is a joke a little bit, but it's not really a joke because it may feel like that for some people. So it almost feels like, you know, when you go to a job, it almost feels like you're signing up an application for a job, or like say you do work in a job, it almost feels like a cult. Okay, not all workplaces are like that, but there's something about the workplace, or there's something about environments feeling kind of culty, like cultish, right? So there is something about, maybe you're serious, or maybe you like to get things done, or maybe you like to, you know, get ready for business. Like, you're very serious when it comes to professionalism, right? And you may realize that some people may lack professionalism when they're at their job. Okay, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, you have fun, you do what you need to do, but there's also a time and a place. So gossiping, okay, especially if you're somebody who's an authoritative figure, you gossiping with your group just means that you allow your group to be toxic, in a sense of, instead of nipping things in the bud and saying, you know what, that's not right, we don't do that here. There's something about someone enabling bad behavior or encouraging bad behavior. Okay, so for some of you guys, when it comes to your discipline, you will show up as someone who's very disciplined. And because you are disciplined and you have morality, you have integrity and high standards, you will always receive justice when it comes to the situations that you are put in, or the situations that you've dealt with. Okay, even with the world. Okay, we see here the world is turning in your favor. And I said something about 1221 on the timer. Okay, this is about completion. This is about fulfillment. This is about financial success. Okay, so take what resonates for some of you guys when it comes to this message. This could be also confirmation and clarity. Okay, but again, with the number 14, you know, this is about a foundation shift. This is about, you know, the number 5 when it comes to change. Yeah. If you guys were also dealing with conflict, this is about egos, you know, clashes of egos. With the number 5, like I said, Saturn and Leo. Okay, the Saturn talks about, like I said, responsibility and discipline. So if there was competition or conflict, there's something about you guys, if there were obstacles that you had to face, you guys are dealing with it. But the way that you are dealing with it, you are basically standing in not in the way of your goals, but there's something embracing healthy competition and challenges. So there's something about, if there was competition and there was something about you facing obstacles or dealing with, rivals, there was something about someone being in your way. Okay, this is competition, challenges, things like that. There are other people that could have been in your way because of the fact that you were standing up for what you believed in, or, when it comes to conflict or arguments, somebody could have thought that what you were saying was not right, but it was always right. So you could have seen things for what it is from what I'm picking up here, but you guys are releasing that. Spirit, give me one more card for clarity for the collective before I end this reading. What else do they need to know before I end this reading, please? And I might do another reading later today. So let's see. Yeah, Page of Swords, okay? So again, this is about inspired, alert, okay, communicative. This is embracing your unique perspectives. So again, when it comes to communication and learning, you guys might receive some type of financial message. Now again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, again, when it comes to adaptability, when it comes to, maybe writing, reading, and also communication verbally, okay? But with the number 11, this is about your intuition, awakening, or divine alignment. This is about spiritual awakenings and also your soul purpose. Some of you guys may know what your Vedic and your Western astrology could be. And another thing too is that a lot of people don't know this, but we actually use both astrologies. Like, your body naturally uses both Western and Vedic astrology. Maybe people may not agree with this, but I know from my own experiences that, just to test out the theory and come back to you guys and let you guys know, it's true. I actually use both my placements, and I mean all my placements. There's a way of being able to integrate both charts, but not realizing that you guys are doing that in the 3D. So say you may have, like, for example, I don't know, an Aries sun, right? But then for some reason you might be like a Taurus sun. There's something about taking action, but it's grounded action when it comes to your sun sign. Okay, so as much as your Aries wants to have ego, your Taurus will say to you, no, this is not the right time for ego. I'll let you know when it's time to have ego. There's something about being able to integrate both. And the way that I look at it is, one is more logical in thinking, one is more freedom. So if you're able to integrate both your Vedic and your Western astrology, I know there's other astrologies as well, but those are the main two that get spoken about. That is confirmation as well. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the wheel. Okay, so the wheel is turning in your favor. Okay, guys, we also have the Knight of Cups when it comes to this energy. This is about you guys with your creative expressions. Okay, moving into opportunities that allow you to show emotional expression, and also Strength card when it comes to you having confidence. Okay, inner power, strength, courage, being able to have, overcome any challenges that you guys could have went through. 10 of Pentacles, okay? Yeah. Choices, things like that. So I am going to end it here. I may do some more readings later today, but please take what resonates with you whenever you see this. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support that you guys give to me and provide. I appreciate that. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube, and you guys can check out my website, www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. I even did a post yesterday, like I promised, and yeah, you guys can check that out. This is about the full moon for next week. That is actually going to be in Virgo, but there are also a little bit of transit of Leo, Libra, and Virgo as well. So you guys could be feeling those shifts when it comes to, the Leo energy, Libra, and Virgo energy. There's a lot of fire, grounding, and, internal when it comes to mental, right? So especially when it comes to relationships. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. You guys can check that out. Maybe, book a reading or check out my blog, whatever it is. But yeah, I love you guys. Happy Thursday. We're almost there for tomorrow. There's one more day. But yeah, thank you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.